So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition. They go to Europe, they go to the United States, they go to Africa, Nigeria. And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond. Beleaguered communities who deserve our help. Just as you are helping us, we want to help back. And we're capable of doing that in Africa. And it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year.
Few days ago, Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso issued a chilling warning. A black winter is coming. He wasn't talking about the weather. He was talking about geopolitics, about foreign domination, creeping influence, and the collapse of true African sovereignty. Yet few listened. Now, as Israel talks about military operations in Nigeria, as Iran eyes influence in West Africa, and as borders remain weak and intelligence services fragmented, we must ask, did we ignore the warning until it was too late? A storm is rising in Africa's geopolitical landscape, and this time, it's not just internal. Nigeria made headlines after condemning Israel for recognizing the self-declared Republic of Somaliland as a sovereign state. But what followed? A swift and powerful response from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who declared that Israel is ready to join U.S. military efforts to fight terrorism inside Nigeria. Is this the beginning of a deeper foreign military presence in West Africa? Or a signal to Nigeria and Africa at large that ignoring alliances comes with consequences? And while African leaders debate sovereignty, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's warning continues to echo. Black winter is coming. Did we listen? Or are we walking straight into it? It all started with Somaliland, a peaceful, self-governing region in the Horn of Africa that declared independence from Somalia over 30 years ago. For decades, the world turned a blind eye. But recently, Israel stepped forward, re-recognizing Somaliland as an independent state, a move that broke silence and sparked backlash. Among the loudest responses came from Nigeria, which publicly condemned Israel's recognition, accusing it of undermining African unity and territorial integrity. But Israel didn't remain silent. In a press statement that raised eyebrows across diplomatic circles, Prime Minister Netanyahu responded with forceful words. Not about Somaliland, but about Nigeria itself. He stated that Israel is ready to work with the United States militarily in Nigeria to defeat terrorism, referencing ongoing insurgencies, instability in the north, and the growing influence of foreign-backed armed groups. Was this a warning disguised as assistance, or a strategic move to place Israeli military assets deeper into African soil? Either way, the message was clear. Israel sees Africa not just as a partner, but as a strategic battlefield. The Sahel region, stretching across countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Nigeria, has become a hotbed of insecurity. Terror groups, arms smuggling, foreign intelligence networks. It's all here. And with the weakening of French and Western influence in the region, new players are stepping in. Iran, Russia, Israel, the US, China, and Africa, too often still on the sidelines. Nigeria is caught in the middle, a giant of the continent, yes, but vulnerable to both internal disunity and external manipulation. The question is no longer whether global forces are coming, it's whether Africa is ready to respond on its own terms. Few days ago, Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso issued a chilling warning. A black winter is coming. He wasn't talking about the weather. He was talking about geopolitics, about foreign domination, creeping influence, and the collapse of true African sovereignty. Yet few listened. Now, as Israel talks about military operations in Nigeria, as Iran eyes influence in West Africa, and as borders remain weak and intelligence services fragmented, we must ask, did we ignore the warning until it was too late? Nigeria now stands at a crossroads. Accept Israel's offer and allow foreign military cooperation to expand under the banner of fighting terror, or resist and face the risk of isolation, instability, or even worse, covert action. A high-ranking Nigerian general once said, "Nigeria must build walls against the Sahel, not open borders. Unity must be earned through strength, not slogans." Yet our current policies do the opposite. Open borders, weak defense, and borrowed security. If Israel steps in, who else will follow? Iran, the US, Russia? And will Nigeria be the battleground of foreign interests? This moment isn't just about Nigeria and Israel. It's a test for Africa's collective will. Will African nations continue to act in isolation, condemning each other for bold moves like Somaliland's independence, while allowing outside powers to dictate our military and political fate? Or will this be the wake-up call that forces a new conversation about strategic unity, military independence, and true sovereignty? If Africa doesn't create its own defense alliances, others will create them for us. The stakes have never been higher. Somaliland stood up. Nigeria pushed back. Israel responded. The world is watching. And as foreign militaries circle and Africa's security crisis deepens, the continent must choose: continue with borrowed alliances, divided voices, and reactive politics, or rise together, boldly, strategically, and independently, to make Africa great. The time for waiting is over. The Black Winter isn't coming. It's already here.
Greetings, everyone. It's another day in another year. We meet again. First of all, let's thank God for this chance to meet again in our lovely channel. And one of the things that I can wish you is a happy new year. Today, I'm going to share with you the thing that is going on in our continent, Africa. Africa is now in a crossroad, can say like that, because it has shocked the world, or the thing that is happening in Africa shocks the world. The thing that is going on is that the Israel's minister, or the Israel Prime Minister, has voiced to join United States to fight against terrorism in Nigeria. This has actually shocked the world, because the world is now wondering why Israel joining United States fighting against terrorism. It's true that Nigeria has been suffering from terrorist attacks. There are some groups that tend to disturb the stability of Nigeria. These groups are Boko Haram and ISWAP. These are two groups which have been disturbing the stability of Nigeria by killing thousands of people. For many decades, thousands of people have been dying in Nigeria because of these two groups. And most of the people who are suffering from these attacks are Christians and people from the Euro areas are the ones who are mostly and highly attacked by these groups. Now, we see that the Prime Minister of Israel has dared, who has said that will join US to stop or to fight against these terrorist groups. Now the question comes, is it true that it has decided to join for the aim of protection, or is a project of power? That is a question that comes. Actually, it's true that some or this question we must ask Nigerians, are they going to agree or not? Perhaps some people are going to agree so as to save their lives, and some people are going to refuse because they are fearing the issue of neo-colonialism and to lose their national pride. Now, there is where disunity lies. Some agrees, some disagrees. Now, why some agrees, why some disagrees? Why we are one thing, we are one color. All of us, we are blacks. All of us, we are from Africa. Now, why disunity lies among us? That is a question that is rising currently. So I can say that through that, messages is going to all Africans, to all nations within the Africa, that we should unite, we should be one thing. We should not say by two different voices. We should say by one voice, as if it is no, it's no. And if it is yes, it is yes. But why yes? Are we not able to stop by our own? Are we not trusting our abilities? We should not say yes. Instead, we should say no. So this is a chance, or this is a time for us to raise our power, for us to keep on standing by unity, because it's possible that we can say no wherever our chance, or wherever there is a need to say no, not by force or not by fearing. It's by our unity and it's by our own benefit. So, fellow Africans, let's support the Nigeria, because until the Israel and the US or United States starts planning or preparing to enter Nigeria and stop those terrorist groups, let's support them. Let's unite. Let's stand by our own feet, and let's stand together. Something great is going to rise. So lastly, if not listed, don't forget to like, to share, and to comment on this video. Thanks.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.